Welcome back to Unemployed with Anna Roisman. It's me, Unemployed Anna Roisman. Just today, not every day. It's Sunday. I could be doing more work than I'm doing, but it's Sunday, and the world tells you that's a day of rest. I'm so excited for our episode today. We have a very, very funny comedian with us. I can't wait to chat with her. I love her, and I don't know if she knows that, but I'm a huge fan. She is a writer for the Amber Ruffin Show. She is a voice actor on Tuning Out the News. She is a founder of the Squirrel Comedy Theater. I mean, she does it all. You heard it. She does it all. We've got Corin Wells with us. Hello.
Hey, hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're to be here.
Very employed. So thank you for taking the time to hang out with me and Ellen. This is lovely.
Absolutely. Thanks for asking me. It
is a Sunday though. Yeah. So are you unemployed today?
I'm unemployed today. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We love to hear it. How are you? Where are you? You're in your closet.
Yeah, I'm in my closet. I'm in my apartment in Manhattan. Just kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did flee New York.
You did? Thank you for coming out and saying it right away.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people I feel like who fled during the pandemic and pretend they didn't.
No, I absolutely did. I from March of 2020 to August of 2020, I was in South Jersey.
Wow.
Where my parents
are. South Jersey?
Willingboro.
Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up in South Jersey. Wait, yeah, you're like from the Philly area.
Philly.
Yeah. I lived in Philly for 6 years. So yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's where I started doing
this.
improv. Yeah.
Oh my God. And she's so honest. A lot of South Jersey friends of mine say Philly, and then you're like, oh, where? And they're like, Cherry Hill, and you're like, no.
Yeah. I actually do that, but I think because I knew that you were from Philly, I was like, well, let me just be honest.
You're like, she's gonna be a huge bitch if I say Philly, and I'm like, that's Jersey, New Jersey.
But yeah, Willingboro, it's close to Cherry Hill. It's like Mount Laurel, Cherry Hill.
They're all there. I go to the mall there.
Yeah.
Because my mom lives right by my parents live right by the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, which takes you right over there.
Yeah, right over. That. Yeah. What like Old City?
Yeah, they live in Old City.
Oh, love that. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful area.
It's really nice. You know, they're right around the corner from the Betsy Ross house.
Yeah.
It's the Liberty Bells on the other side.
One of my favorite ice cream places is like right there. It's like Franklin something.
Franklin Fountain.
Yes, Franklin Fountain.
Yes. Yeah. There's always a line. We were there recently, and there's always a long line.
It's because it's great. It's because it's
really
so
good. It's really cute. Yeah. And it's like very old school. You know, they all wear like cool like uniforms, and it feels like you're in the 1950s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
and they do vegan flavors, which I appreciate.
I love to hear that.
I'm not vegan, but I'm non-dairy, so ice cream is.
Yeah.
I enter the vegan world.
Yeah. Same. Same.
That's so funny. So you were there the whole most of the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge chunk of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very nice of your family to take you in like that. My parents would never.
It's really?
Never.
Yeah. It's just my mom and my dad and my dog. And we all loved it. It was really it was just like living with my best friends.
I love that.
We would each me and my mom worked from home. My dad was just his job. He works at Rainbow and Flanagan, so he couldn't go in. So he was living it up. But we would do our little office stuff. I would come down to the kitchen. My mom would be like, "How was the commute?"
Oh my God.
Never gets old.
So funny.
Got old. I was like, Rhonda, it was great.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had sometimes, I don't know if you guys ever have it. I have a mental breakdown, one of those, just a bad day where you just let it all go.
Yeah.
And in the midst of crying, this was last week, I literally was like, I miss when we couldn't go anywhere and I was locked in my room and because you didn't have the capacity to let things really get you. We were surviving. I had my health, and that was important. So not to say I want a pandemic again. You know what I mean? It's harder now.
Yeah, God forbid we go back into lockdown. But if we do, I think my mental health would be okay. you know?
Yeah, some of us thrived. Yeah, mentally.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
But it's also like the New York City lifestyle. Like, you were working and doing shows at night and this and auditions and this and we were bopping around that it was like, oh my God, staying put was like calming.
Yeah.
Like, wow, people do that.
It really was. Especially like I felt very privileged to be able to like go to the suburbs of New Jersey, have a yard, have a dog to cuddle, and parents that were more than willing to provide for me.
Your parents sound lovely.
Oh
Next
my gosh,
time we're
I
locked
love
down,
them.
I'm calling you. I'm like, do they have another? I'll stay in the basement.
Come right over.
Sleep on the couch.
Yeah. They got room.
Aw.
Yeah.
And you were working during this whole time, right? You were able to work remotely.
Yes. Yeah. And at the time I was not writing for Amber Ruffin. I was working for Tushy, the bidet company.
Love it.
Yeah. I was their sole copywriter for years. It feels like decades, but they've only been around for like 40 years.
That's so fun, though. I imagine that's a great conversation starter at an interview when they look at your resume and it says Tushy.
Yeah. I mean, I like no job that I'm actually like going out for is going to look at that version of my resume. So it didn't really matter.
But one day, you're going to put it on there just for kicks.
Just for
and they're going to be like, tell us about this.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so you were not working yet as a writer for Amber Ruffin. What were you doing remotely? You were doing tuning out the news, right?
So I actually started tuning out the news after I came back here.
Oh my God.
So like, yeah, it was like it was literally like once I moved back to New York, things started to happen.
That's major. Yeah. That's major. And congrats to you in a pandemic to land 2 fucking huge jobs.
Thank you.
It's impressive. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Right? And didn't you do JFL?
Yeah.
Weren't you on?
Yeah, I did JFL.
She hit the fucking jackpot
You're
this
killing
year.
it.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for the ball to drop and like for, it's like good things are happening and then it's like, oh, bad thing. Yeah.
No.
Great.
Not going to happen.
I know.
God, I hope not.
Ride this wave. I'm knocking on wood. You know,
you
got to
so
ride
much.
it out.
Thank
you, my jobs have just been getting less and less throughout this time that I'm like, when will something else come along?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence my breakdown last week. But no, I'm really excited that you got all of these things. Like,
Thank you. Thanks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's because you
really
were
cool.
at peace, hanging out with your parents, your dog. You came back,
Yeah. Ready to just like, get down to business. I had that little like mental respite, because like thinking about it before the pandemic, I was never home before 10 p.m.
Right.
Which is insane to think about now. Like I would be in my apartment to sleep and that's it. And sometimes not the case.
Right.
So yeah, I like the lifestyle is not sustainable. And I think like having that break was as unfortunate as the circumstances were, it was important.
Totally. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So I like to take it back. I like to take it back to, teenage Corin, South Jersey. What was like the first job? Like, I want to know, first of all, did you want to be a writer and performer growing up or did you have other aspirations?
Yeah. So I always in my mind was like, I'm going to be famous. I just never knew how that was going to happen. Because like even in college, I was like, I'm going to be a famous dancer. And I was like a hip hop dancer. And I thought I was going to move to LA to be a hip hop dancer.
Cool.
And like, I'm an okay actor. Like so it was like.
She's probably great. That was very humble of you. She's like, I don't know. I can read a line.
I can read a line. I think that is it. But I think like I was always like into performing, and then like I don't think I saw comedy as an option, especially like as a Black woman, because there were like 3 examples on TV at the time, but. I like when I went to college, like comedy was not really on my mind as a thing. I was like, I'm gonna be a broadcast journalist like Anderson Cooper.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Did you go to school for journalism?
I did, and then I dropped out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to Hampton University.
Okay.
It's in Virginia. It's a HBCU, so all black college. And yeah, I majored in broadcast, minored in film, and dropped out after my junior year, which is prime time to drop out of college.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't strike me as the person to drop out, but also you're successful, so this makes sense in a lot of ways to me, who should have dropped out when it was calling for me too.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely wasn't by choice. It was not like, I'm making this conscious decision to leave school and pursue.
I don't know many, unless you're, a royal prince. I don't know many people who it is the choice. But
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, my first job in high school was Bath and Body Works.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In the mall?
In the mall.
Hell yeah.
In Burlington Center, not even Cherry Hill, not even Morristown Mall. It was the Burlington Center Mall.
I love it. We loved Bath and Body Works, though.
Yeah.
That Apple. When we had to use hand sanitizer, I was like, I wonder if I could order online that Apple hand sanitizer that I used to, Apple Crisp.
Yeah. Yeah.
The scents. Man. Did you get a discount?
I did get a discount, and my dad loves Bath and Body Works.
Wait, come again? Wow.
He loves like their aromatherapy line, like the eucalyptus spearmint. Like he took advantage of my discount so much.
I love that. I love that your dad took advantage of it. My dad wouldn't know, like, he'd probably be like, lotion, Jergens lotion is probably the only thing he's ever seen in his, like, I don't think he knows anything about bath beauty.
My dad, like, he's still, like, he'll still go to, like, Bath and Body Works and, like, stock up on stuff. And, like, just, like, keep it in, like, a box underneath his bed. And
he's a man after my own heart. I literally have, like, unopened stuff. Nice. Like, I'll, like, stock up on something at Sephora if it's, like, on sale. I'm like, I'll get two.
That's what he does. The semi-annual Bath and Body Works sale. Get out of here. Carwell's is all up in there.
Oh, my God. So he was very supportive of this job you got.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved it. It was only like a 15% discount, which is, it's fine.
It feels good. Any discount feels good,
Yeah.
Come on. In the pandemic, we learned you don't have to shop on this website. You could go to their own and then you'll get a 10%, 50% immediately.
You just got to give up your email address and your phone number.
Absolutely.
And hey, here's 10% off.
I love it. So how old were you when you were there? You were in high school?
Yeah, I was like 16. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was very short. It was very short-lived. It was like the second semester of my senior year, which I guess I was 17. Yeah, I was 17. It was second semester of my senior year and part of the summer because I went away to pre-college for the summer. So I like saved up as much money as I could just to spend it on food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like retail?
No, because I never worked retail again. That was the only retail job. Retail and like the service industry, I was like, I can never do it. Because
you tried it. I did. Tried it firsthand.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that and they haven't tried it.
Yeah. I tried it for a few months and I was like, okay, that's nice. Because like Bath and Body Works, like they are a limited company. Under they are under the umbrella, like the same umbrella as Victoria's Secret and like the Limited 2, R.I.P. to the Limited and the Limited 2.
Come on, my first thongs, that place was the best.
But like they had like very like specific things, I guess like most stores do that like you have to do. So with Bath and Body Works, if people wanted to like try soaps or stuff, you had to bring people over to the sink and wash their hands for them. which I was like, no, I don't think I, as a 17-year-old, as an underage person, should be touching anyone.
I'm glad you knew that then. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. It was very, very strange. But, and like the other thing about it was like they had the same like CD on rotation. So like if you are working more than an hour, you are going to hear that same rotation all day long. And one song like really sticks with me. It's the one that was like, and I'm holding on. I'm gonna be
your number one. I have such a good memory of that song.
Well, my only memory for that song.
The tide is high, but I'm home. And there was like who sang? Someone did a cover of it. Anyway,
Probably.
Bewitched, maybe? I don't know.
That sounds right.
Bewitched? Wait, what? No. Who did? I'm losing my brain. Anyway, keep going. So you can't hear that song without...
Yeah, I can't without thinking of Bath and Body Works. And also, like, if you work there for a month, your sense of smell is just shot. Because it's just every scent is there.
Wow. So what happens when you go home and your dad's, walking around that house smelling like his aromatherapy line? He's like, fresh out of the shower.
It's like a PTSD moment. It's like, no, I can't do it. But yeah, that was my first gig. I think I made like $12 an hour, which isn't bad.
No.
Yeah,
not bad.
Not bad
for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I made that later in life, like in my 20s and thought, it's a job,
I can live, kind of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So when you went to college, did you work at all while you were in school? I know some people don't work when they're in college.
I didn't.
God bless them.
I didn't.
That's nice.
Yeah. I did not work in college. And thank God I didn't, because I was already all over the place. I did not need another thing to take up any time or brain power.
No, she was becoming Anderson Cooper. You were...
The opposite was happening. Truly the opposite was happening. Maybe a job would have grounded me. I don't know. My college years were truly psychotic.
Really?
Yeah.
I started working in restaurants in college. That was why I was like, I'd started sophomore year. So then but I think it also put me in this, like, it was easy by the time I graduated. So then I could move to New York and get a job in a restaurant. And I was like, I've done this for years already. Like, I know it, but you get stuck a little bit when it's easy like that.
Yeah.
So
that's, I probably should have. So, like, they had work studies on campus, and I really wanted to do one of those, but for whatever reason, I wasn't allowed to. Like, my friend worked in the the football office, and I was like, I want to do that too, because the football players are hot.
There you go. Of course. Yeah. But I'm here to meet someone.
I go to work to meet people. But yeah, they're like, no, I don't think this is for you. So, yeah.
Their loss.
Their loss, yeah.
Their loss.
Yeah,
You would have been great.
I agree.
I still think you have a chance with a football player. You're so cute. It'll happen.
Thank you.
So you left school. You went to Philly. I love that you lived this life in Philadelphia.
Yeah. So no, after I left school, I like had a halfway point in DC for a little bit, for like truly a summer, where I lived with my brother. Because my life was a mess and my parents we were not on the best terms.
Wow.
So while I was there, I worked at a box office for some theater. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a black box theater that like was doing Grey Gardens at the time.
I love
which
that.
was fun. But then I think I got fired from that job. I can't remember why. Probably because I gave people free tickets to stuff. I don't remember. But
she supported the art too hard. Yes. You were there like, you can't afford it. It's a really good play. Here, just go.
Everybody should see Grey Gardens.
I love Grey. I mean, that HBO movie is my favorite Drew Barrymore thing ever, ever.
She's so perfect for that role.
Yeah, she was great.
But then I worked for one of those call centers that like a John Robert Powers call center, which is like a predatory modeling and acting agency that basically they would advertise like right after Hannah Montana or like right during Avatar The Last Airbender and be like, do you want to be just like Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber? Call this number and you can be just like them and super famous. And so I worked in the call center for that. So we would get calls of kids be like, hi, I want to be famous. I want to be an actress. And I'd have to be like, okay, can you put your mother on the phone? And then try to pitch their parents on like paying for like a $300 introductory acting program for their children.
How did I not know about? I would have been your number one caller. I would have called every fucking week and been like, hi, I know what I need to do for my career. Hold on.
I don't think anyone who ever did this was like successful at doing this. Like
watch like Jennifer Garner be like, it was me.
I know, right?
Someone huge.
I know. I think like the name that they kept like using was like Brenda Song, who is now dating Macaulay Culkin, or like they're together.
Oh yeah.
And she was on like The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and they were like,
wasn't she like a Disney star?
Yeah, they're like, she did this, and now look at her. She's dating Macaulay Culkin. But yeah, it was like super like fucked up, but they paid okay, and I also didn't have another job. And like,
did they offer you acting class? Or were you allowed to like go to the school?
No, because it was like for children. It was like for like teens and preteens.
Right. And you were like 20.
Yes, and I was exactly. So old and ancient, really just dried up. But yeah, they had this policy at the call center where it was like if you don't call and you don't show up, then you're automatically fired. And one day I was just like, I'm not coming.
Whatever.
I'm not coming.
I love that.
Yeah, but
I love people who have the guts to just do that.
Yeah.
Like, I probably would have written an email for 3 days and been like, here's why I couldn't make it in.
Yeah. That was just a very bad summer for me anyway. Aww. Like my productivity was just... And it was also just a bad place to work. Aside from the people were very fun, very messy, a lot of drama. Like everybody was hooking up. There was a married woman who hooked up with one of our coworkers.
This is a pilot. This is a TV show, by the way. The call center where they're all like hooking up, but like you're also helping children become actors.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. Because like I feel like most of my workplaces I could write a TV show around. Like
I love
they're insane. But yeah. I left there and eventually moved back home because my brother was like, you're really bummy right now. You can't stay here.
He's older than you.
Yeah, he's older than me. Yeah. And I was like, this is fair. Okay, goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and for offering your home. But yeah, it was time to go back home. And
got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when I came home, I started working for this like mortgage company. I was temping. No, okay, I'm gonna backtrack. I started temping, and with temp work, it's like you get sent truly anywhere all the time. Yep. This temp work was administrative, but also like not administrative. Don't know how to further explain it without telling you.
It's very, avant-garde temp work.
Yeah,
They're like,
just like,
can you type, but also not?
Well, so one of the jobs that I did, and I did it for 2 days, there's an ocean spray factory in like central Jersey.
My eyes lit up. I'm like, I love their cranberry juice. I've been drinking it.
Ocean
It's
Spray's
delicious.
great.
Childhood.
But my job for literally 7 hours was to open up like defected bottles of ocean spray and dump them.
What?
Wow.
For hours, my hand.
Yeah, that's
was
nothing
like-
I'd think you'd get at a temp.
It
Not
was
typical temp
Yes,
work.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like. That's why I said it's not administrative. I don't know
No.
how else to describe
That's
it.
manual labor.
Yeah, it's manual labor. Yeah, they were like
rabbit.
they were like, you have to buy steel toe boots, and I was like, what is a steel toe boot? First of
Also,
all,
they're going to cost you more than what you're making that day.
yes, steel toe boots are expensive. But I had a pair, and I think they're still at my parents' house. So, like, if there is like a zombie apocalypse or something, I'm probably gonna wear some steel toe boots running around. But yeah, it was like 2 days of doing that, and I smelled like juice. I just smelled like juice, which isn't a bad thing to smell like, but it was like overwhelming. Like you don't think like you as a person could smell like juice.
Yeah.
But I did.
Are you okay now with ocean spray? Like,
Yeah.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. It didn't ruin it. No, it didn't ruin it. It maybe made me love juice more. It felt like a waste because it was like really like, oh, this bottle has a dent in it.
Yeah, I'm
Send
surprised
it
they
on
wouldn't
down.
like there's not a machine to like repackage it into a different one.
Because I was
Weird.
mixing up juices, so it's not like they're recycling that.
Right.
But yeah, it was very weird. But then I started like doing administrative temp work where I would like literally scan people's mortgage documents into a scanner, and that's it. And then they ended up hiring me full time to like not audit, but like fake audit stuff.
What?
It was like I was checking to make sure information was correct in the system.
Wow.
Is what a
That
some
seems
jobs are
important,
fake.
though, for like, yeah,
some jobs are fake is what I'm trying to say.
and there are companies, I used to temp, there are companies who are like, shit, we need like all these documents scanned. We should get a temp for 7 hours. As if a human being should ever stand in front of a scanner and do that for 7 hours. You'd lose your fucking mind.
You'd lose-
like,
yeah. I was not well working at that job.
no.
It was,
Did they give you lunch? That's the only good part of
so
temping.
it was like on like this big campus. And they didn't give us lunch, but their cafeteria was like they had like a chef and everything, and it was like really good. It was really good, really good situation.
That's good. I mean, yeah, that's always the silver lining of it. You know, you go to this bad temp job, but it's like, damn, you guys have like sushi Fridays? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Let's do this.
Was that in New Jersey?
That was
job?
in Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
That was in Jersey. While I was like still living with my parents. And it was just a sad time.
Oh, because it sounds like you were missing the creative side of Corin in this time, right?
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, there like I was like trying to work on a script at the time, and like because like I had no like institution that I was tied to. I was like taking random acting classes and stuff. But yeah, like and like the only reason I took an improv class was because I had signed up for a musical theater class at Walnut Street Theater, and it got canceled. So I was like, oh, I have this money. Let me just like put it to another class. And I took an improv class. And I feel like
At Walnut Street?
No, at Philly Improv Theater.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, then my life got taken over by improv by like that weird twist of fate.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because had you taken that musical theater class, I mean,
I'd be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Right now.
you'd literally be, we'd see you on Broadway right now. You'd be coming back, you know, what show would you be in?
I would be Elphaba.
There you go.
I would be, this is probably incorrect, but the first black Elphaba. Has there been
Actually,
a black
they
Elphaba?
haven't had a Black Alphabet on Broadway. I believe there was like a standby who went on, but which is pretty insane.
That's another variant of Corin. It's a different timeline.
Hey, you could still be Elphaba. I'm going to wish this for you,
Thank you. Thank you. My voice is not doing that, but thank you.
For some reason, I'm on TikTok. I'm on Elphaba TikTok. Shout out to Tim Murray, he's done the podcast. I don't know if you follow him on TikTok, but he reviews people singing Defying Gravity. And I watched a couple of them, and now a lot of my algorithm is a lot of people doing Wicked and like clips from old Wickeds and touring Wickeds, and I'm like, I've hit Wicked TikTok hard.
I have to find it. I gotta get that in my For You.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm scared to watch videos because then I'm like, they're gonna think I want all of these, and I'll be like, no
No more. Get it out of here.
I'll like it, and I'll be like, unlike, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get 2-year-old videos of their parents, like pulling them up a wall. I don't know what I'm watching. Oh my God.
I haven't posted on TikTok in so long.
Well, it's still there. So anytime you want to go back, I post too hard right now, and then I have these moments.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as too hard.
I think that too. I'd say my boyfriend doesn't agree. He's like, another TikTok. Okay. Do you get paid for? Actually, you do get paid for them. I should say you do get paid now if you're in the creator fund.
Oh, nice.
That's very little, but you know what? A couple cents here and there.
Something.
Honey, they add up.
It adds up. Those pennies. You rub 2 pennies together. What's that? Is that a saying? Rub 2 pennies together? I don't know the ending of it.
It's the saying. That is. You just rub 2 pennies together and something else happens after that, but it sounds nice. You get $1 million. You throw them in the like river and
then you don't have any money.
Yeah, in the fountain. Remember we used to be like, if you throw it in the fountain and make a wish, it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I still do that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
She believes in it. Well, so your life changed. Did you do a lot of improv at Philly Improv Theater then? Is this where your career started? Because I only knew you through UCB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I that's when I started. I started in like 2010, and I was like teaching and stuff. And then a few of my friends, they I don't know if you know Luke Field, but he used to perform at UCB. He was on Rizzo, but he was like commuting back and forth to take classes, and I was like, I'm gonna do that, and so I did it. And then I got put on a mod team while I was still living in Philly.
That's huge.
It was pretty insane. It was crazy.
Because that's like a house team at UCB. Yeah. You're a big deal. You're on the page, and you're still living in Philly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was also psychotic. There's no reason why I should have been living in Philly still at that time. But like for 4 months, I was like, I can do this. I can make it work. But I didn't make it work. Because I stayed because I was living with my ex. We were together at the time, going through a rough patch, and we broke up. And I was like, oh, okay, it's time to go. I ended up moving to New York in like 2016. So yeah,
got it. Yeah. So you were here because there was someone else in the picture. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
And also like the rent in Philly was so low. It was so low. We had like a 3-story house with a basement with laundry in it and a yard on the side and in the back. Wow. And we had one roommate, and it was like 3 bedrooms. And we each paid $450 a month.
Holy shit.
No.
I pay that to Verizon every month for my like fucking phone and cable and internet. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So nice.
Okay, well, my heart dropped. Thanks for joining us today. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I guess, you know what? It's worth that Amtrak twice a week.
I was mega bussing it. Yeah.
I did the opposite from you. I did a show at the Walnut Street Theater. I moved to New York to do theater at first, and I got booked at the Walnut Street because I had housing. Yeah. And I would take the mega bus, like Wednesdays, come back, do the show, and then come back to New York, work in the restaurant for like 2 days, go back to Philly for the weekend. I was like, what am I doing? I can't do this.
This is not sustainable.
No.
But at the time,
you feel cool.
Yeah,
also.
At the time, it's like, yeah, I'm hustling. This is the hustle. This is what it's about. But in retrospect, it's like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, were you working while you were doing all this comedy? Guys who are people who are listening, as lovely as being on a mod team is, and Philly Improv Theater, unfortunately, they don't pay you what you need to live, even if your rent is cheap.
No, they don't pay you anything.
But you pay them to support your own career, so that's important.
Yes, that is like the most important part, actually. Yeah. So while I was in Philly, I worked for another just like predatory company. Like, it's so bad.
I'm going to title this up Another Predatory Company.
It was this company who like sold the Pimsleur approach, which is a language learning program.
Okay.
But like separate from like the language learning program is legit, but this company like privately sold it. And this is while Rosetta Stone has already cornered the market and was very successful, and Duolingo was starting to come up. These were on CDs.
Right.
Truly obsolete medium for language learning. But it was like, how they advertised was like, if you pay $9.95 to learn Italian, you can learn it just by listening to it. And so people would sign up, pay $9.95, but not read the fine print where it says, after like 2 weeks, we are going to send you a full like program that you are going to, there are 3 sets. You are going to pay $300 per set of this program. God. So I started off in the call center of it. What a fucking nightmare. Because it's a lot of people being like, you guys bait and switched me. And it's like, you're absolutely right. My conscience is being like, you're absolutely right. But we would have to be like, well, don't you want to learn this? Weren't you planning a trip to so-and-so?
I hear Florence is lovely this time of year.
Yeah, we had to retain the customer and be like, we can actually break up your payment plan, or we can, lengthen the amount of time of your free trial of it, or your $10 trial of it. But I was in the call center for a little bit, and then I was like, I mentally can't do this anymore. So I moved to another department where I didn't have to speak to anybody. I could not tell you what I did, but
you still worked for them. You were in the quiet room.
Yes. I think I was making return labels for people and like administrative stuff like that, where I just did not have to speak to anyone. But I was there for like 2
I love that you were so burnt out by the call center. You're like, I don't remember the next job, but it was definitely not speaking.
I don't. But that was also one of those workplaces where like everyone was hooking up and like,
wow.
Yeah. It was like a lot of young people who like were fresh out of college, had a lot of student loan debt, and were just like, I need a job quick. And this was when there were no jobs for us.
Right.
So yeah, it was like a lot of people with degrees that couldn't use them because no one else was hiring. But yeah, there was one guy that there was one coworker that I almost hooked up with. We had all went out for drinks, and he came to my house and passed out and then peed in my bed.
No.
And then like we had to go to work the next day.
That's great.
When was the part where you were maybe going to hook up with him? Before the pee, right?
He came to my before the pee. I mean, I don't know. He was really llooking good that morning. His clothes were soaked. I don't know.
The way you told it is like, and I was in bed and he just started peeing all over me, and I was like, come to my bed, come in.
I don't know. I was kind of into it. No, like I invited him over because I was like, yeah, let's make out and probably fuck. But he passed out and then pissed in my bed.
Oh. You know what? It was you're better off. You're better. It sounds like there's a lot of
He's a very sweet boy, but you can't recover from that. You don't come back from that at all.
Because then what? You would have hooked up, and then he's going to be known to your other friends there as like the guy who peed in my bed. Like, this fucking dude.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. I imagine you were really good because you are really good at improv. I've seen you do improv over the years. I imagine you killed at these call centers. They were like, I don't know where she comes up with this shit, but that improv training. Because you probably could keep someone on the phone. You know, you're very charming. You've already sold me on like learning Italian and becoming an actor as a teen.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my jobs were very manipulative. Which is so is improv. So just as an institution, so is improv. I think I was good at it. But man, talking on the phone, I was one of those kids like who did not like talking on the phone at all. And the majority of my jobs have been talking on the phone, which is such a cruel twist of fate. Just
it's because you knew you were good at it then. You were like, I know I'm good at this. I don't want people to know. So just stay off the phone.
That's my,
Stay on AIM. You know, keep it safe.
Oh, man. Love a chat. I love a chat,
too. I could type for days, but I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah. But then after that, I've had so many jobs. This is crazy. This might be a 2-hour-long podcast. I'm sorry.
No. We'll cut you off.
Oh, no. Thank you. You should. After that, I worked for the city bike of Philly, which is called Indigo. And it's because of Independence Blue Cross. That was their sponsor.
Got it.
Great. Is perfect job. What a perfect job. I lived like right around the corner from the office. I worked in customer service, but what an easy customer service job that is. It's like just helping people. It's like just literally helping people get their bike. Yeah. But that was a short-lived, pleasant time because after that I moved to New York like pretty soon after that. Yeah.
I imagine the calls there were like, it won't work. But no one can say, like, how dare you sell me this bike with one wheel?
Yeah.
And
like the worst thing would be like, I got charged and the bike didn't even come out. And it's like, okay, great. I will refund you.
There you go. Make their day.
Truly anything you want.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for customer service. Like, know where you're working. You know, if you want a heavy load or a light load, you really need to know what you're selling, what the product is.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You really
I get hired in customer service. I mean, I worked in the service industry, but I never did a phone customer service job. I don't know why, but
it's something else that I hope I never have to do again.
Yeah. So when you moved to New York, you were already on a UCB team. You were already in the UCB fam.
Yeah.
Did you have a job lined up or did you?
Yeah. So I got a job at Kimi, which is you've probably seen those kiosks in like Rite Aid or like truly everywhere.
Oh, like where you get a key
you
made.
copy your key. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked customer service for them.
I love these like very like hip, small, like, you know, like startup-y, like you have a theme here.
That's yes, because after that it was Tushy. But yeah, Kimi, it was a great job until it wasn't. Like it was super easy because it was another just like I'm helping you, and it's really simple. It could be very draining, and the hours were kind of weird because we like took shifts, and like with call centers, like they sometimes need like not necessarily around the clock, but they want you to work later, especially if they expand to the West Coast. But yeah, that was a really.
Was it another like everyone's hooking up here? This is like
Yes.
Really?
Guys, all these people are out there trying to date on apps. Get a job at a call center, honestly.
At a startup or a call center. And if it's both, you're
Even
double
better.
fucking, baby. Yeah, I was hooking up with someone that I worked with.
We were also fresh out of a relationship,
Yeah,
right? You were,
The year that I moved here, man, I was
enjoying
a
it.
lady about the town.
I love that. She's like Carrie Bradshaw off the bus. I'm ready for my
Ready
New York City
to
time.
go. Except I'm living with 4 strangers.
Where did you move when you came here?
To Brooklyn, like the far corner of Bed-Stuy, like close to the Broadway Junction stop.
Okay.
Yeah, if that can even be considered Bed-Stuy anymore. But that was my, I was there from like 2016 until I left for the pandemic.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What a bad, I mean, the apartment is nice, but I lived with 4 people like 4 other people.
Are you alone now? Do you live with anyone now?
I live alone now. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Congrats.
The pandemic was kind to you. Yes.
Yeah.
She came back to New York. She got a huge job. She got her own apartment.
Well, when I moved back, I moved in with, like, me and Caroline Martin lived in this apartment.
Okay.
Which is,
Yeah, I saw your like Instagrams.
was
I was
the
like,
best.
what a cute duo. Yeah.
It was the best. But she doesn't really like this area that much, and she also wanted to move to Jersey closer to her mom. So she left in April. So I've
And
been
you
here.
stayed.
Yeah, because it's a really good apartment.
That's great.
It's a really good apartment.
Are you uptown, downtown? You're in
I'm
Manhattan.
East Harlem.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. It's
That's
a good
great.
spot. Real good spot.
I'm glad you were able to stay. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like if someone wants to go and you have an apartment with someone, it's
Yeah.
like, shit, am I going to pay the difference or am I going to just find something else?
Yeah, I feel very lucky. Yeah, it's like for the amount of space that I have, it's a decent price. It's
That's
like,
great.
I mean, it's not $450, but yeah.
Nothing is.
Yeah, nothing is. Nothing is.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So tell me about Tushy a little bit. I'm curious how you even found it, and did you laugh when you were like, let me apply to this butt?
Yeah, I feel like I have to be
company.
careful what I say about it. Because
but
the founder...
I'm not making fun of it.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing. I moon a lot on
Yeah.
Instagram. It's clearly my brand. So yeah.
So the founder reached out to me because apparently she was going through the UCB performer page and was like looking for a
There were a lot of people
copywriter.
doing stuff for this company.
Yeah. And so she like reached out to me and was like, I love your stuff. I want you to write. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Because at the time I was like, it's time for me to leave Kimi. So it kind of like came at a good time.
Yeah.
I started out freelancing for them.
Okay.
And then went on like full time a few months later. And I was there since like 2017 up until I started working for Amber. But yeah, what a wild experience. So like when I first started, it was just me and 2 other people.
Oh, wow.
And I was like doing social media, doing copy, doing emails, doing like all this stuff. Was not being paid as a person doing all of these things.
I've done those jobs where you do a lot more than what you signed up to do. And, you know, and you do it because you're good and you're a hard worker.
Exactly. But yeah, there's just like we threw an event called the Year of the Asshole, where we sent out.
How did I not start this company?
I mean, you should be like a brand ambassador for them.
I'd love to.
But
We'll talk after.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah. I can put you in touch. I can put you in touch with people. But like the invitations, we sent like DIY fake anal beads to people that we sent to press.
Smart.
Yeah. And like the press hated it. They were like, you can't, this is bad.
Oh, grow up.
I personally, I thought it was hilarious because it was like
hilarious.
It was like, obviously, you're not going to use these as anal beads. Please don't put this up your ass. But yeah, it was just like the event itself. Like we had like drinks coming out of a toilet. Obviously, a clean toilet. I had written a commercial for them. Where like a woman is dressed up as an asshole, and
awesome.
Thanks for making it a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really progressive.
And so like she was there dressed as the asshole at this event. There was a nude model that was being painted, and then upstairs there was, and this is all in the founder's house. This is all in her house.
This sounds like a very like high class year of the asshole event.
It was. I feel like if you Googled it right now, you would probably find the New York Times write up for it.
Love it.
But like there were like someone upstairs like giving massages, and if you want, it could be a butt massage. And that's just one of the events. Like
that's so funny.
That's just one of them. We did ButtCon, which was like a butt convention.
Wow. Famous butts.
Yeah, a woman. There's this woman who like sits on cakes as art.
Yeah,
and she was there. It was a lot. It was really fun. It was
really fun.
Great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I feel like those aren't even like the craziest things. I can't even remember half of the shit.
That sounds like a really fun job.
Pun intended. She can't remember half of the shit.
I can't. We did a poop up shop.
Oh.
Yeah.
The puns keep hitting. I mean,
that was my job. I have poop puns for days. Just
I love it.
Butt puns, poop puns, toilet puns is just.
I see a children's book in your future. You know.
I mean,
probably.
Everybody poops. Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should collab with you. I think I'm pretty good at it.
I did actually write like a little zine that are like if you buy a Tushy, it comes with it, and it's called "This Number 2 Shall Pass," and it's like a thick ass book. It's like that I wrote.
That's cool.
Yeah. I did a lot for that company.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Changing one asshole at a time.
That's the job, you know? That's the job.
Great. And then you got a TV writing job, which is you hit the dream.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going? I mean, this is huge for you. This is amazing.
It's truly the best. It's the best.
She seems like I mean, you have to say yes, you're on a podcast, but she seems like the nicest person, even from like her first day on Seth Meyers. I'm like,
yes. Yeah, the same person that you see on TV is exactly how she is in person, except in person she just curses a little bit more.
Love it.
And it's just like she's truly like she and Jenny Hagel, who is the head writer, the best bosses I could ask for.
That's so amazing.
Especially
they were both so killer on Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
Everyone saw it. They were like, these two deserve a show.
Yeah. They're
so cool.
The best. And I feel very lucky because I feel like a lot of people don't have that experience, especially in late night. But like, being able to like write for a woman of color, a Black woman specifically, and for her to just be as awesome as she is. I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah, I feel like in the history of like late night writing jobs, you are in the like 4% of people who get to work for like a female led show in late night. Like that's really cool. Yeah. I'm excited for you. I was happy to see that you got that.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Yeah. I mean, come on, it's the best. We love it.
Yeah.
So you're doing pretty well. You're not unemployed. You know, I like that you're very open about when you have a tough year. Like nothing's easy, no matter what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do need to collect your thoughts and live at home to.
Yeah, and there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. I used to be like, oh, I can never go back home. But like, no, sometimes you just gotta bite a bullet and be like, yeah, it's time to just take a beat. And if you are lucky to have that option, which I feel very, very blessed to still have my parents and have them, not far away.
Your story, though, it's inspiring. You did. You were like, I left the city. I lived at home, with my parents. I hung out. And now you're back here and you have 2 TV jobs when you had 0 before, right? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
It is very cool.
May we all have the luck and the talent of Corin.
I see it.
It's inspiring. It is. I love it. Ellen, you want to play a quick game? Do we have time? Do you want to do a quick game? I want her to pick one. Ellen, are you frozen?
Oh, no. I'm thinking, should we do guess the movie that features unemployment based on the synopsis? That's an easy one.
How are you
do
with
you like movies?
I think I'm pretty good with movies, yeah.
Okay.
Which one do you think I should do?
I'm going to go with
1, 2, or 3.
3.
Okay. All right. So here's the synopsis.
For me.
Okay. So a New York man is a talented actor who is hard on himself and others, and his agent can't find work for him. So after a soap opera audition goes poorly, he reinvents himself as an actress and wins the part. When what was supposed to be a short-lived role turns into a long-term contract, and he falls for his castmate, and, stuff happens. Do you know that movie?
Yeah. It's Tootsie.
You got it!
It's funny because I was like, oh, we should stop right here because I saw you go, a New York actor. And then once you falls for his cat, becomes an actress, I guess, really.
That gives it away. Yeah, that was an easy one.
Do you want to do one more? Yeah. Do you want one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's hit her with one more. Ellen, you pick.
Okay. Well, I'll just do the first one. This might be...
Yeah, I was going to say, first one's fitting, honestly, for this episode.
Okay, I'm going to try and make this one harder. Okay. A man is mistaken for another man with the same name. He's roughed up and he goes looking for the people who sent these people to rough him up. He tracks down this guy who has the same name, and then he's offered a job to find his kidnapped wife. And he's just trying to get his rug replaced because the people who roughed him up peed on his rug.
I don't know if I know this one.
Yeah, you missed the pee part at first, and I was like, no.
I know. I was trying to keep it up. It's like, that's like kind of
it's a big part.
Yeah, it's like.
I don't know if I know this one.
Any guesses?
There's bowling.
Oh, Big Lebowski.
You got it.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
She got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
There's bowling. Oh, okay.
Oh, you got it.
Duh.
There's a great bowling scene.
John Wick? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ellen, I like this, but we can write these a little more. Because I was like, what is she reading? I'm reading the straight synopsis, and Ellen is here improvising
I'm improvising what I wrote.
Making it up. I'm like, what?
Mixing it up.
I love it. Well, I want to say thank you so much for being on here. Congratulations to you on your very recent success. Honestly, you reset, recharged, and you came back even stronger. So that's really cool.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
So fun. I know. Let's hang out sometime.
That.
I don't like to go out past 10 p.m. I'm even one of those, we can sit at home and have wine.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
I know she's like my age, by the way. We're talking with your jobs and your years, and you're like, and this was out. I'm like, okay, Corin and I are the same age. Yeah. It's very obvious to me now.
A couch and wine is my jam.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your stories, and you and Caroline. I was like, whoa, they're always toasting wine and watching some TV show.
Yeah.
I hope you guys still do that, even though, you don't live
together. We try to. Yeah.
Where can everybody find you? And please plug the Squirrel Comedy Theater, because I know that's, some people listening might want to do some improv.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at charity_Corin. I'm not really doing much comedy on those things, but still follow. I have thoughts. And then, go to thesquirrelnyc.com if you're interested in classes in improv, sketch and characters, storytelling, stand-up. We got it all. So, please check us out. We have classes online and in person. So if you're like listening to this from Texas, guess what? You can still take a class because it's online. But
love it.
That's it.
And they can watch your TV show.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
TV shows.
You can watch the Amber Ruffin Show every Friday at 9:30 on Peacock, on the Peacock network, which is a free app. A lot of people don't know that. It is free. And you can catch Tuning Out the News on Paramount Plus kind of all the time. Yeah.
Which is not free, but worth it.
Yeah. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thanks
you
for being here. Much.
We did it. What a good episode. I love Corin.
She's a pleasure.
Right?
For sure.
I mean, and I meant what I said. I think it's so amazing that she left, went home with her parents, to do that. I knew a lot of people who did that and they were really, depressed. And it was really they were like, now what? And she came back, she was level-headed. She came back and got 2 amazing jobs.
It sounds nice. I mean, also Tushy sounds like a really fun place to work.
So fun. I know you and I were like, wait, they're still around. Hold on.
Right?
I need to influence for them, right? Do they
First of all, I need a bidet. And second of all, are they hiring?
I know.
They sound like a fun place to work.
I know. We kind of, I don't know if she knew, and I was like, I kind of moon a lot. It's kind of part of my brand.
Oh, yeah.
Your
butt is big. I mean,
Ellen,
in your content.
Fuck you. No, it is. It is. That's why I moon. In high school, I'll never forget when one of my friends was like, you have a big ass for a small girl. And I was like, he's like, that's a good thing. And it stuck with me, Ellen. I mean, I was think
during high school back in my day, big butts were not a good thing.
No, it wasn't until the Kardashians and J-Lo and everyone was like, oh yeah, a round butt. And then I was like, wait, this is a good thing. Even when he said it's a good thing, I was like, it didn't sound good, It didn't sound good.
Yeah, it was all about having no butt back in my day.
But unfortunately, when you love gushers as much as I do, honey, that is not going.
The gushers go right to your ass.
The gushers go right to my ass.
Yeah. So what's new?
Oh, my God. I really did have I meant that when I said I had a rough week last week. Mentally, I felt like, I don't know, I haven't been myself lately. And it has affected me, creatively in the last week or so. And, I like to say it on here because I want people to know, it's not all fun and games. And, for some reason, I am lucky where I feel like I can be at my lowest low and then something small will come up and it'll take me out of my mind for a little while. And it's usually work. I really love to work when I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love doing any kind of work that I have, hosting or comedy or, doing this, I host on Airtime, anything that I'm doing that is performative in some way, I really can, I really can focus on it and just do that. But if I have nothing going on and I'm well, I have to write, if I'm mentally not okay, it's a waste of my time.
Well, Mercury was in retrograde during this period that you're speaking of. So
I've heard
maybe it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. And I should say, and Jared agrees, which makes me think I'm ruining our relationship as well. But I took I didn't take a different, but I took the generic version of my birth control for the first time in 17 years. I didn't take the exact pill that I take every month. And apparently that can affect your mood.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I want to take the regular one. I want to go back to the regular one, but my insurance won't cover it.
Ugh,
and
this country.
My doctor's unless we can prove a real allergic reaction, should I show her video of me hysterically crying last week, thinking I'm nowhere in my life? It was really, I don't know. I really have felt off lately mentally.
I'm just so frustrating.
It really
obviously
is.
It's doing something.
It really
negative.
is. And you know what? It's not fair to say, I'll say this because I feel like we talk about this sometimes on the podcast. Like, I pay for health insurance. You know, I don't have it through SAG because I don't have enough jobs where I'm making enough SAG money. A lot of the work I do digitally is not union. Even though I am in the union, you can be yourself. You can appear as yourself in other mediums, you know, and it won't affect your like union status.
Right.
Don't quote me on that. You know what I mean, guys? But you know what I'm saying? But like I have work, you know, I'm not like hiding the fact that I work. And so when someone like, you know, I'm not going to blame my parents, but you know, parents out there, like you'll say, oh, my insurance doesn't cover, you know, isn't covering my birth control or something. They're like, well, you better get a job with better health insurance. And it's like, what the fuck do you expect me to do at this point? I've been doing what I'm doing for now full time for 6 years. It's like, I don't think I can go in somewhere and be like, hi, I'm here for a job because I need better health insurance. Like I literally, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really, it's this country. It sucks.
How about they just make health insurance better?
Yeah. How about that, guys? Just make it better. Because it shouldn't just be about the job, you know? And there was a point where I was trying to get a job with good benefits and I was like, but I don't want to do this job. Like, I'm not going to care about this job. So what the you know, and some people, I think that is a generational different, like, you know,
totally.
There are people who are in jobs and maybe some of you are listening to this podcast where you it's not your dream job and you're not super happy but you're content enough to do it, but you got great benefits and, you know, and your life outside of the job is how you want it to be. And I think that's admirable. I think we grew up with this different mindset, you know, like where I was like, I need to do this and I don't care what it takes. And I don't need anything else. I don't need, and you know, I never thought about benefits until I lost them.
Ugh, isn't that the truth? Yeah.
But like my parents were taught like, make sure you have good health insurance. Make sure you have, you know, you can get a mortgage. Make sure you can do, you know, like these things that I never learned about.
They didn't teach you?
No one taught me shit.
My parents didn't either.
No one taught me shit. They were like, Anna, you want to sing on Broadway? You want to be on TV?
Follow
Good
your
luck,
dreams.
honey. Yeah. They were like, follow your dreams, but we don't know how to help you. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
I sound bitter, but I'm not. I'm thrilled that I have made my life work, and everything's fine. See, I sound like I'm going through a fucking existential crisis.
Hey, I mean, I was going through like a similar sort of funk last week as well. I think it was just like coming back from a week of not working.
Yeah,
like,
you were away.
It's hard to get back into it. You're like, I really have to do this again.
I know.
Yeah, it's hard to like get like enthusiastic for work sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel it's like even stuff you want if you rewind your life 10 years and you're like, where am I going to be in 10 years? And you see what you're doing now, you would think, wow, that's so cool. Like you're really doing it, you know, you're really working. You have people who are relying on you. You're giving them something. But when you're in it, it's hard to like convince yourself that it's, you know.
I am just human. I'm only human. Sometimes I just want to like drink some hot cocoa and just watch something on Netflix.
Well, it's Sunday night, Ellen. I hope you get to drink some hot cocoa and watch something on Netflix tonight. Are you going to do that?
I think I really want to watch Poltergeist. I've never seen it before, and it's spooky season.
You've never seen Poltergeist?
I've never seen it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So every time thousands of movies have referenced Poltergeist in like the shower scene, you were like,
yeah, I get all of the
over
references.
Your head.
Well, because I've seen clips from it, but I've just never watched the full movie.
Are you watching the original one or a remake?
The original.
Okay.
When was there a remake made?
I don't know what year, but I've seen it. There's a remake.
Huh?
I'm going to probably watch, I'm actually going to watch the Britney Spears documentary tonight. That's my plan. Did you hear Jared just bust out of that room? It was very loud. We're still recording, but I'm going to end it here. This was a great episode. Ellen, I'm happy to see you, and I think we're going to get through this Mercury slump together. I feel like we're coming out of it. I feel like we're in 18 days. I actually looked it up.
October 18th, yeah.
Wish us luck. But seriously, I want to do more where people write into the show. So if you guys can send us your job stories, any story, a funny story, a bad story, inspirational story, would love to hear them. Please send them to theunemployedteam@gmail.com, or you can DM us. DM us on any media, Twitter, any platform, Twitter, Instagram, honey, they're all open. Slide into the DMs and make sure you go rate and review this podcast. It was International Podcast Day, and we're still here. I really want to get to episode 100, which is soon. This was 81, so we're doing it. Until next time, have a nice day at work. Bye.
Good night.
Right now, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who has supported our Patreon. This is your shout out right here from me. Tons of love. And if you haven't checked out our Patreon, all of our videos go up there. Sometimes I just write fun things because I feel like it. And it's just a really nice way to support us at Unemployed and, so we can keep this thing going. We do it for nothing. We do it for fun. We do it for you to listen to. So definitely check out the Patreon. And right now, huge shout out to our patrons, Bill Horton, Chi of Steele, Danielle McCartney, Lori Jackson, Jeannie Logan. We got Joe Galati, Chris Arneson, Jordan Lucero, Oscar Yuen, Ken Levin, and Vic Terry. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to us, and I appreciate you, and I see you, and I love you.